The live service model of game development is a cancer in the video game industry. I'm tired of every new AAA title being a so-called live service game, which frankly is a stupid name because most of them release into the world and immediately die. A game has a better chance at survival if you put it in the hands of unpaid modders working in their free time than a multi-billion-dollar corporation that exists for the sole purpose of developing that game. If you can't tell, I think live service is the worst thing since Miracle Whip. The only miracle there is that they managed to make something worse than mayonnaise, the scourge of humanity. So what actually is this service, and why do companies claim it is alive? Imagine you had a complete video game. And yes, I put emphasis on imagine because complete AAA games are about as easy to find these days as a hot dog at the annual vegan convention. Now take the game and shear off a few essential features. Remove a scoreboard here, cripple the map selection there. Now that you have a more incomplete product, proceed to grab a hammer and relieve yourself of years of stress and trauma by beating the life out of it. Then finally, begin to sell it at full price to your lovely customers and promise them that you'll give them those parts you cut off back if they just wait about a year or never, because most live service games have a shorter life expectancy than a housefly in the fly swatter manufacturing facility. The promise of live service games sounds great. A game you hopefully like gets frequent updates over a long period of time, continuously making it feel fresh and exciting by delivering new content. Great! Now this is what actually happens. You get a game that's about halfway through its pre-alpha phase. Then it takes the developers months to add in basic features like a scoreboard that every single game in the genre has had for 2 decades. Am I being unfair here? No. Nope. Nuh-uh. Here's the list of live service games that actually deliver upon their promises. Fortnite, Apex Legends, League of Legends, Dota 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Monster Hunter, Path of Exile, GTA Online, Sea of Thieves. Now let's look at the not so good ones. World of Warcraft, Destiny 2, sometimes, PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Halo Infinite, Warzone, and finally, the dead or soon to die games. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Babylon's Fall, Battlefield 2042, Battlefield 5, sadly, Overwatch 1, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Outriders, Marvel's Avengers, Diablo Immortal, Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, Chocobo GP, New World, Heroes of the Storm, Paragon, Lawbreakers, Rainbow Six Extraction. This is raising my blood pressure, so I'm gonna stop. For every good live service game, there are 5 bad ones, but they're not just bad. They are horrible, horrendous, vomit-inducing, hernia-causing, festering piles of rat dung. Patuh! I spit on live service. I don't even want to bring up solid logical talking points here because that would be far more effort than AAA developers put into making live service games. I wish the massive publishers like EA, Ubisoft, and Activision would stop ruining what could have been good games by forcing studios to implement live service elements so they can extract that sweet cash from their consumers. More players means more payers, am I right? We can't let this trend continue. Live service will be the death of AAA video games. Of course, we can still rely on the indie and some of the Japanese development scene, but so long as ActiBliz, EA, Ubisoft, Take-Two, and whoever else keep pushing live service as their bread and butter, there is no future for gaming. At least, not one I'm interested in.